We say we were in the mid to late afternoon stretch on Wall Street, and this hour is all about a bond rally, a couple of big cap tech and payment stories, and a reality check in EVs. I'm Grant Mercer, and this is Storm Stock Solutions, here to bring a little clarity through the chaos of today's market. Let's start with the big driver, the Fed's latest rate cut. According to reporting from MarketWatch, the bond market is still rallying after that quarter-point cut on Wednesday. Yields have moved lower, and that's been a tailwind for rate-sensitive areas and for growth stocks. But the piece also flags an important caveat. Some managers worry this cut could look reckless by January if inflation or growth doesn't cooperate. So for the next few sessions, traders are watching whether this bond rally has legs, or if we start to see second-guessing creep into the January Fed expectations. That move in rates is feeding directly into equity winners. Visa is pacing gainers in the Dow and is on track for its best day in about 8 months. MarketWatch highlights Bank of America calling it a great business on sale, and the optics of a rate cut helping a payments heavyweight that had lagged a bit this year. Lower yields can help the multiple on these kind of high-quality cash and flow machines, so this is one of the cleaner expressions of that post-EFT relief trade. On the growth and AI side, Meta is back in focus. A fresh note highlighted by MarketWatch says worries about Meta's AI spending may be overdone, with Morgan Stanley talking up the long-term AI opportunity and even floating a path to a 4-digit share price over time. The key intraday takeaway isn't the target itself, it's the tone shift. Analysts leaning into the AI winner narrative at a time when the stock has been consolidating. Traders will be watching into the close to see if that dip buying story actually translates into sustained demand or just a one-day pop. On the flip side, one of the higher-profile pain points this afternoon is Rivian. The company is hosting its first ever Autonomy and AI Day, trying to sell Wall Street on its software and self-driving roadmap. But as MarketWatch reports, the stock is sliding, which tells you the street is in show-me mode. In this tape, just saying, "I" isn't enough. Investors want evidence of a path to profitability, scale, and differentiated tech. EV and early-stage autonomy plays remain areas to handle with care, especially on big event days when expectations can outrun patience. There are also some under-the-radar policy risks building in healthcare. A pair of MarketWatch pieces point to mounting pressure around the Affordable Care Act and broader medical costs. One article notes that Senate votes on ACA stopgap plans have failed, raising the risk of expiring subsidies and higher premiums for a broad swath of consumers. Another argues that Obamacare premiums could move even higher in 2027 than in 2026 as people flee rising insurance costs. Those are longer-dated issues, but they're the kind of policy currents that can shape sentiment around insurers, hospital systems, and managed care over time. For now, they're background stories. Names to watch if we see that policy debate heat up again into year-end. Tying it all together for the next hour or so, the key question into the close is whether the post-cut bond strength continues to buoy large-cap quality and eye-adjacent growth, or whether skepticism about the Fed's path starts to leak back into rates. I'll be watching Visa and the payments complex as a clean read on the rate move. Meta as a gauge of how much appetite there is for AI-driven narratives after a pullback, and Rivian as a reminder of how unforgiving this market can be toward capital-intensive story-driven names. We'll be back with more as the tape evolves and then again at the closing bell to wrap up the day and set you up for tomorrow's open. Remember, this is information and education, not personalized financial advice. As always, I'll be here to keep clarity through the chaos of these markets. On behalf of Storm Stock Solutions, I'm Grant Mercer. Stay sharp, stay steady.